we were talking for how long?
What question were you
About
on?
a half hour,
Maybe.
I think.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the fucking thing on. I always read about that, too. It said...
Make sure you record it.
Yeah, make sure the fucking thing is turned on. I'm like, what the fuck? All right, so let's start over, man. That was some good shit we missed, too.
I don't mind starting over.
I mean, I'm recording now.
Yo, bro. I'm telling you. Start videoing.
Yeah, I got to get some
Trust
video
me,
stuff.
bro. You know that one music video? The only music video I have of me singing? For that song? My one song?
Yeah. What?
That whole video is recorded on my phone.
Oh, no shit.
This shit records in 4D. If you get a little stand for your phone, bro.
Yeah.
Angle it, bro. Or you do that. I could use mine with yours, or you buy a second phone or something. Or not even a phone, but you know what I mean.
I'd get a nice fucking camera.
2 different angles.
Yeah.
And then you could start splicing the footage. And making them different
All right, come on,
angles.
let's do this. That was a warm-up.
All right.
What do you got there?
I just want to make sure this was off. I didn't want to...
Yeah, so we were talking for like a half hour.
All right, so are we starting
And
from
I'm
the beginning,
fucking-
or what are we doing?
I don't know, I just fucking...
Or you start with later questions, and then toward the end we go back to the beginning questions.
Whatever, man.
Whatever. I'm down for anything.
I mean, I'm recording right now, so... Yeah, now it's definitely recording. I can see the counter. Cause I'm looking at the fucking counter, and I'm
How long can it record for?
Oh, this thing can record for like 30 hours. Something like that, yeah. It's crazy. Depends. I have it on the highest quality, and it go for like 30 hours.
Fucking around with it.
Yeah, all right,
Catch some
so-
ghosts.
So, you're going to have a deja vu right now.
I'm stuck in the Matrix. It's
All
like
right,
a
yeah.
fever dream.
So, what made you decide to become a deathcore vocalist? Does that question sound familiar?
It's like I heard it before.
Yeah.
Becoming a deathcore vocalist. Back when ever since a baby, I've always had a love for music. I just couldn't be without music around me. And like, when I was a little kid in school and stuff, I used to go to chorus. I was in chorus in school for many years. You know, I mean, we were only singing "Grandma Got Ran Over by the Reindeer" in 51st States, but that's when, like, I guess you could say my training started with my voice.
Yeah, right. But you weren't singing, like, screaming, though. You were
Oh,
just
no,
singing.
this was just singing. When I started getting into, like, middle school, freshman year of high school, that's when I got introduced to hardcore music. I found out about a band called Slipknot from my friend.
Right.
And at that point, I was just, like, still not singing like that. I was actually playing the drums. I started off as a drummer.
Right.
And I was pursuing the drumming really, really hard. I wanted to be the next Travis Barker.
Yeah.
I admired his talent and skill and his love for what he did. And then years later, I got into a car accident that left me not able to do the drums really anymore, with a hand and leg injury.
Yeah,
and
you were saying before, when I didn't have the fucking recorder on, that every time you hit, it like messed up your hand, right?
Yeah, kind of like that Jim Carrey claw lock.
Yeah.
But I had to figure out another outlet. You know, I love music.
What happened to your knuckles there? You got all your punching shit?
Oh, yeah. That was the other day.
So what else? And
yeah, so I had to figure out some type of outlet to continue music, because that's just not something I can live without. That's something that just keeps me leveled.
Right.
And then I actually started really getting into vocals practice, and every day I would sit in front of a mirror for hours and play with all the muscles in my face, figuring out that a squeeze on this side and a lower squeeze here would equal different sounds and tones and stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't know that until you told me.
Yeah, no, it's very intricate, because you're using your facial muscles, then you got to position your mouth, your tongue, while also controlling your throat and
so if
shifting.
you're like hitting a note, let's say, and then you squint your eye, it'll change the tone, right? Like that kind of thing?
Yes, but not squint like a squint. Like,
yeah, you gotta
you
like
really gotta
contort.
squeeze. Yeah, exactly. And you'll get different tones, and like it doesn't always do different things for like that. Like sometimes a certain muscle is more tone changing for a certain scream than it would for another.
And you got to know all that stuff.
Yeah, that's
that's
just
trial and error, huh?
That's all trial and error.
Yeah.
You know, especially it is and it isn't. It depends on how you go about singing. You know, people sit there and want to learn properly, and they'll watch music videos on YouTube and everything to make sure they don't hurt themselves. And
Right.
I never wanted to be a guy to ask people how to do it. I always wanted. This was something I wanted to really achieve by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So trial and error for me was actually very painful because I had to hurt myself to know where I shouldn't touch anymore.
Yeah, yeah. How do you like stop yourself from like really, because that takes a lot of stress on your vocal cords.
Yeah.
So how do you? Is there a way, like a technique to do so you don't like really? Because to scream like that and not get a sore throat or whatever, it takes what is there?
I love tea. Tea is really good for you. Honey, like whenever I have tea, I put a lot of honey in it.
Oh yeah.
But you don't want too much because honey actually, like, if you have too much, it starts to dry your throat out.
All right.
But I used the caffeine-free raspberry tea with like pure raw honey,
And that actually helps your vocal cords. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know a lot of people usually do it before they sing.
oh really?
Yeah, trying just to warm themselves up and get the throat warmed up. But
I heard apple juice helps too. With,
I like apple juice.
Yeah.
That, you know what else is good,
gets
surprisingly?
rid of like phlegm and shit out of your throat.
Jim Beam honey whiskey.
Jim Beam honey.
Yeah. For some reason, when I drink that, because the honey in that really coats your throat.
Yeah.
And then as it fucks you up, you start to like not even feel as you're singing, which gets a little dangerous because like if I'm drinking a lot of whiskey, like, and I get in that groove and I feel that good, I'll sing for hours.
Right.
And just not care.
You're just like, people be shut up and tell you shut up and shit.
Yeah, all the time. I've had the cops called on me.
Oh, over here, like at night and shit, you practicing?
No, I'm not even disrespectful. I've never done it at night. I'm honestly consider it. I would honestly sing from like 1 in the afternoon to like 5 in the afternoon.
Oh yeah, okay.
I thought that was pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go later and mess up the rest of your day, but during my day, I would like to enjoy some singing.
Yeah, no, you gotta do your shit.
And I've had the cops called on me 20 plus
And what'd they say? Have fun?
They're like, we're getting noise complaints, and I'm like, look, dude,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to sing, dude. I'm like the hours I'm not disrespecting, and I'm like, if you want to get technical, I'm like, you could call this, a form of protest if you really want to, But they all said, look, you're good, bro. You're not, even if it's loud and stuff. He's like, you're not doing it at.
Yeah,
like,
well, some neighbors just assholes,
Absolutely.
Yeah, like we had a freaking my back. It's got nothing to do with singing, but in my backyard, we had like the rocks in a circle with a freaking fire in it, and my kids used to go out there and roast marshmallows and shit. Fucking neighbor called the cops because we had a fire. They came, they looked. There was a fire guy came. He looked. He goes, okay. He goes, it's this many feet away from the fence. Yeah, it's got rocks around it. He's like, yeah, you're good. Have fun. It's like, oh, you want to schmoo, man? And it's like, no,
right?
no, because he leaves. I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, but it's like, why would you call the cops? A bunch of kids roasting marshmallows. It's fucked up.
Like, do you really
People
got
do
nothing
fucked up
better
shit.
to do?
No, you don't.
I don't get
You
it.
don't. But so what do you call it? I'm like thinking. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna ask you. I already asked you this, but we weren't recording, so I'm just gonna have to ask this shit again. But what kind of music do you listen to aside from deathcore?
So deathcore, you could say, was the latest thing I got into.
Oh, okay.
I was listening to like hardcore music, but deathcore, that crazy stuff, even though I've been listening to it for years, that's the latest genre I actually got into. But my love for music since a baby's all started with oldies. Johnny Maestro, Bobby Darin, all of them. My aunt used to live a few houses down, and she was a foster mom, and she'd always have like 7 to 9 kids at a time.
Right.
And every weekend, we'd go over to the next town, and they had oldies concert on a field. all like original, not like covers. Like it was the real old.
Oh, the actual band.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
It wasn't covers.
Yeah, they were old though, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I was like, had to be like 7-ish.
Yeah.
Maybe 7-ish.
Oh, that's cool.
And we would do that every weekend. And that's where the love for music started. It started with oldies. Rock Around the Clock and stuff like that. Splish Splash. But then I love 80s music. Like that 80s, like Flock of Seagulls, I Ran Away.
Right. Yeah.
That is probably, not just for that genre, in general.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite songs ever.
Yeah.
Stuff like Man-Eater.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember the videos. So yeah, I was in high school. I didn't like that shit back then either.
Yeah,
but now, like I said before, but you hearing it now, it's like that's not too bad, you know.
Yeah, no. Well, they say every 7 years your body like fully, completely changes.
Yeah, you kind of
so
change your.
maybe that's just something new that
Yeah.
kicks in that just happens to kick.
Yeah.
I'll listen to any
You
type
get older, you get a little more refined, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll listen to any type of genre. It's just got to catch me.
You like classical?
Okay, I'm a liar. That I will listen to anything except classical.
Really? I like classical.
It's
I like
hard.
Vivaldi. You gotta listen to Vivaldi.
That sounds
It's
very
an Italian
very-
composer. Yeah, Four Seasons. Vivaldi. Yeah, it's really good.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to check that out.
even some Beethoven.
See
Yeah,
that?
check it out, man. It's
Hey.
like it's cool. It's mellow, you know.
Yeah, yeah. That's what like the '80s music. You just catch one of those good songs and then
Yeah,
you
it's
just
like
start
happy-go-lucky
dancing in your
music.
room.
Yeah, yeah. And
But yeah, no, the three big genres would be like deathcore, '80s, and oldies for me. Those are my three mains.
I grew up with Zeppelin, Led Zeppelin. Black Sabbath was like one of my favorites.
Whew,
And
speaking
Motley
of
Crue.
Sabbath, did you hear that Ozzy's doing his very, very last show ever?
How?
Well, that's actually one of the big things. It's gonna be in the UK,
Right.
and it's a 10-hour show.
How the fuck is he gonna do that?
It's supposed to be like everybody. Fucking Ozzy.
Really?
They got like
Like
Sabbath.
to see him walk now. I don't think he could step more than like 6 inches. He's like
So from what I understand, he's gonna just do as much as he can.
yeah, that's
and
gonna be cool though. I mean, I'm not putting him down, but
Oh
it's like,
no,
he's old,
absolutely.
man.
I mean, he knows this is his going out with a bang.
Oh,
And
cool.
Slayer's
Yeah,
playing
God bless him, man.
Metallica.
Yeah, if he could do it, that's awesome. The fuck was that?
I felt like my head vibrate.
I felt that too. But
yeah,
that's
no.
crazy. Who's going to be there?
What was that?
Who else is going to be there?
Slayer, Metallica,
I like Slayer. Like I said,
Sabbath.
that's as heavy as I get is Slayer.
Yeah, oh, see, Slayer's
Yeah.
cool. And then they're supposed to have like a bunch of singers showing up because I guess Ozzy's gonna do whatever he can,
Yeah.
and then these other
Oh,
vocalists.
okay.
are
So
gonna,
Ozzy's not going to be out there for 10 hours. Okay, all right.
no, poor guy.
Yeah. Oh, that would be cool though.
When
man.
I mean, what do you expect though when you're fucking fistfuls of cocaine?
Yeah, yeah. I remember seeing interviews with him when he was young, and
Woof. And it's,
the
he's
one where he's in
bugging
his
out.
kitchen, some guy's interviewing him. He's like making breakfast. You ever see that one?
I
You can probably
didn't.
find it on YouTube. Or
I'm gonna have to
And
see
he's
that.
like pouring oranges. His hand is like this. He's like pouring the fucking oranges, going all over the plate, everywhere except the glass. And he's just acting like nothing's happening. He closes it, puts it down. He picks up the glass. I'm like, this is fucking crazy. It was good though, man. You should try to find it. It was awesome. But yeah, I mean, that's how he was when he was young. Now, forget it, man.
And this last show's in the UK. It's at a bar that apparently I think was his very first show ever. And
So
he
it's like a
wanted to end
small
it
little
there.
bar then. How was it big? I mean, how could a bar be?
That's what I'm trying to. I mean, obviously there's like a cap, a room cap.
Right.
So
Yeah. And the ticket's probably going to cost, a lot.
man, I think my homie spent bread.
Yeah.
It was a lot of money for this. But I mean, who doesn't want to see Ozzy in general? And
Yeah.
it's the last show.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
this
people
is
are
going to
gonna-
be legendary.
People are going to fly in from here,
Across the-
America,
yeah.
across the pond and go fucking.
It's going to
see
be
it.
across the world. People are
Yeah.
going to see Ozzy for the very last time.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
But good for him. He earned it. He put a lot of work in.
Yeah. And he got like kind of fucked by his old band, and then
Yeah.
his wife. Well, she wasn't his wife at the time, but she fucking saved his life, basically. You know?
Definitely did.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sharon, right? Yeah.
yeah.
Sharon.
Where is she? I would have no idea where he'd be if he never met her. He might be dead by now.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was doing crazy things.
Crazy. So what's your biggest influence in deathcore? Wait, take a hit of that thing again. Okay, no, I thought that was what was making the noise in the because when you took a hit, it made a fucking noise.
I'm
That was
pretty
my
sure it's your
phone. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, the vibration of my phone on the table is fucking shit up. But yeah, all right. So what was your biggest influence in deathcore?
Are we like lyrics wise, or are we talking
anything,
bands?
anything, man, whatever.
Ooh, wow, deathcore is crazy.
Or any kind, not just that. What big influence in like that in music that got you wanting to,
okay.
to do what you do? You know.
Well,
what I mean?
my 4 big bands that have either helped mold my voice, got me through stuff, or just helped me figure out in general who I am as a person. Those 4 bands would be Slipknot. That's what started everything.
Right.
Slipknot started the hardcore scene for me. Then I would say Attila, a band called Suicide Silence. The vocalist, his name was Mitch Lucker. He passed away years ago on Halloween.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he apparently drunk bike accident.
Oh man.
Poor guy. He was legendary though. And the last band is Devil Wears Prada, which is crazy because they do like the crazy screams and stuff, but they're a Christian band.
Right.
So it's all just like God songs.
Singing about God.
They had like an EP. It's a zombie, just zombie songs, but for the Bible,
Are you a Christian?
I'm Catholic.
Catholic?
Yeah, I made my communion and confirmation and everything. It's hard to keep faith sometimes,
Yeah.
But I definitely have been through enough stuff and seen this is gonna sound stupid, like ghosts and like demons and
That
stuff.
sounds stupid.
But I've seen things that
ghost, but I mean that'll be another podcast.
Definitely got to do that. Definitely got to do that. But I've seen enough stuff that has led to me to know that there's something.
Yeah. Are a lot of people in hardcore like religious, like Christians? Because there's a lot of, you see a lot of this like Satan shit going on. I think, is it just part of the show? Like a lot of them are like,
I think it is a lot just for the show. I mean, like, it depends. Like, how invested are you into your religion? If you're fully invested, you're not going to listen to this type of music, You
never know.
I
remember Joel. Joel was very religious, and he
loved that stuff, Sometimes it's just the right thing that catches your ear, and it just sucks you in.
I could edit this. You don't have to worry.
Oh, okay.
We could have like 10 minutes of silence. And
all right. I didn't know if it had to be straight continuous and stuff. Oh, okay.
I might leave the silence in. You never know. I like it. I like it. Just fucking,
natural.
Yeah,
raw.
Natural.
You can't be raw, man. You cannot be raw. I don't like when I'm recording my music. I really don't like using effects and shit like that. I like the raw sound.
Yeah. And plus, it's 20 minutes now we're recording, but we were doing this for a half hour before that.
So we're like almost an hour.
Yeah, we're almost done, But we just really started. But so what do you call it? What do you think people like that hear deathcore? They hear it like screaming and not really, like it's noise. It's this. What's like the misconceptions about it? Like I should really turn my phone off.
I mean, one of the biggest misconceptions, obviously, is that it's just how hard is it? It's just some dude or some chick screaming.
Yeah.
But to be honest, it's one of the hardest type of vocals to do. Like the way you have to shift and contort your throat, and just to learn proper technique without hurting yourself and stuff like that. Like it's a huge misconception. I mean, there's a lot of songs that people write for this genre where it's just It's just words.
Right.
You know, not everybody is like that. But, like, when you have those songs, it's really, like, at that point, you're just basing it off, I guess you could say noise at that point, you know, between the instrumental and stuff. But when you have a good set of lyrics and everything molds great together, you know, you're really pulling someone into a story and get them invested not only into the song, but want them wanting more, leading them to listen to more of your music and stuff like that. So, I mean, people are always going to think it's just angry music, but, you know, we all have something that just happens to catch your ear, you know?
Well, everyone I met that is from hardcore bands and shit, they're all, like, mellow people. You know, people think they're fucking crazy. You got to, you know.
Yeah, you've met a bunch of people
like
come to the
friends
shop and stuff, right?
And
Joel had a lot of musicians.
Yeah, they're all mellow. They're cool. It's like, it's not what you'd expect, like that kind of music. It's like,
and the people that come to the shop, they weren't like local bands. These were like top notch dudes, you know.
Yeah, I couldn't name them, but
I'm pretty sure Ghost Inside came. I know Stray from the Path came.
Yeah.
I think Joel said Joe Bad came to the shop. He was in Fit
guys.
for an Autopsy. I must be sick to... Have you ever tattooed any of them?
No. Joel did all those tattoos on those guys. I didn't know them.
You gotta start hitting up the band guys, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, once you tattoo one of them, bro,
Yeah.
you tattoo all of them.
I just turned 60, man. I'm ready to...
You're 60 now?
Yeah.
When did you turn 60?
April.
Wait, your birthday's in April too?
Yeah.
I'm on the 27th.
April 17th.
Get the
Yeah.
I didn't know
I'm
it was your
60,
birthday,
man.
bro.
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
Thanks,
bro.
brother.
What did you do for your 60th?
Nothing.
Why?
Not a big deal. I had 60 of them. They're fucking old now, you know what I mean? It's old news, man. It happened every year. You know?
I
It's
ain't
like,
gonna lie. I totally understand that because I've only saw, that 3 main birthdays.
Yeah.
21,
Yeah.
30, and then 60. I thought those were like always the big 3. Like those, like between those birthdays, it's just, hey, it's just another day.
50 was pretty, like, not that I really did anything, but it was like a mile mark. You know, it's like, wow, I made it. You know, when you hit 50
was more a
and
mile
it's like
mark
you
for you?
officially, you officially don't give a fuck. It's like, not that I ever like really gave a fuck anyway.
I was
but when you
gonna
hit 50,
ask.
it's like, all right, now it's official. I'm 50. I'm officially don't give a fuck.
I was gonna ask because if you already don't give a fuck, and then you hit a point at 50 and you say you really don't give a fuck.
No, it just makes it just like
Is it? Did you stack it?
yeah, it just like secures it there. Like it makes it official, you know.
Oh man!
Like I'll say, I'll leave the guy alone. He's 50. It's like, oh, cool, man. Sorry, man.
I didn't mean to. Sorry, old timer.
Sorry, buddy. Yeah. But so like hardcore is like really like underground, right? There's not like how is hardcore on Long Island here? Is it like
So
tell you a little bit about that.
band wise, we're doing good. We got a lot of like local dudes doing things, and that's really really good. But believe it or not, like deathcore is at its like pinnacle.
Really?
Like ever. Like honestly, like this type of music may be more popular than rap right now.
Really?
With the amount of bands and the noises and talent that people have right now, it is definitely shined a light and has made this scene stand out a lot more. Like back in the day, Long Island was the place for this music.
Really?
Always, yeah. Like everybody was here. We've had big bands. I mean, Twisted Sister.
Oh yeah.
Long Island.
I don't know if they'd be hardcore. Though.
No. I just meant like big people that, and well, now I'm spreading from deathcore.
The guy from Deep Purple lives in Miller Place. Yeah, what's his name?
Really?
Yeah, he was in Rainbow and Deep Purple, a guitar player. I can't think of his fucking name.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Get
What's
out
his
of
name?
here.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
But we have a good amount of like musicians on here. A lot more than I think people really understand. But honestly, like I was saying before, this type of music, we're on top right now. You know,
Cool.
like back then, you would never see a deathcore band like on the side of a highway have their billboards on highways.
Right.
You know, like there's this band called Lorna Shore. Like, you know, these guys got billboards on like highways right now, getting ready for like their new album.
Oh, really?
And like, you would never normally see like that type of genre on a billboard,
Right.
just out on the side of the
Yeah.
road. You know, maybe on outside the venue to say that they're playing, but
No, it is too. You really don't. No one buys like albums anymore because you don't buy CDs or albums. Everything's like online.
yeah.
And a lot of these concerts are a lot of fucking money. So if you want to go see like a show or something, you got to, you know, it's affordable to go to a small venue, you know, and see like a local band or something. you know?
When Metallica was playing at Nassau Coliseum,
Right.
I wanted to see them. I mean, they're on my list to see before me or them die.
Right.
And the worst seats, the really shit nosebleeds, $500 a piece
Oh man.
for
Crazy.
nosebleeds.
Yeah. Some people have to work like a week for that. Some people, you know.
And you don't even get to see them because
Yeah.
you're gonna be so far
You
away.
got to bring your binoculars.
That's what I'm saying. And which I'm not knocking Metallica for stuff like
Yeah.
that. You've been around so long. You have not only been a staple, but have changed the game.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that you definitely deserve the money. But people, you're caring more about the money than the people's love for you
Right.
and wanting to like, oh, I'm listening to your music at home every day, and now my dream, I'm seeing you in
Well,
front of
then
me.
the guy from Metallica, he like was part of the Napster's downfall, right, or some shit like that.
Oh my God, Lars, the drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a video on YouTube where they were like in a street in the city or something, and he was like bugging.
Yeah.
He was going ham. That was back when LimeWire and stuff too.
Yeah. LimeWire.
LimeWire,
Yeah.
which
I got Photoshop off of LimeWire.
Which, like, yeah,
Still got it.
absolutely, yeah. but like you were saying, yeah, no, albums and CDs, they are disappearing. It's sad, and we could fix it, but we
Yeah.
could fix it. I mean, it would be a huge, devastating change because you'd
Yeah.
have to get rid of Pandora,
Yeah.
Spotify.
Well, albums are coming back because Walmart sells albums. My daughter collects record albums. She actually I had to pull all my old albums out of the attic for her to go through and take, but she's like, Christopher, my son, she goes, Christopher took all the good stuff already. I'm like, well, yeah, you got to before
See,
you did. You know?
you're lucky though. Like that's rare.
Yeah.
That's rare. You know, and
But she left good stuff in there. Ted Nugent, she left in there.
Ted
She goes,
Nugent,
all my
bro.
Cheech and Chong albums. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But yeah,
so
but whatever. She's not into that. Sorry to interrupt you, man.
no, but like yeah, no. If like we do have people still trying to buy CDs. Like Dom, he just buys vinyls. He has
Who's that?
My best friend.
Oh, okay.
He's the singer for Path We Choose.
All right.
But he loves vinyls. Loves them.
Yeah.
He has like hundreds of vinyls and stuff. And like it's people like that are
Like old ones or newer ones?
both.
Both.
Like bands from today and then the old school stuff too, you know. But like these are some of the few people that are still keeping that part of music alive.
Right.
But if you were to tomorrow got rid of Pandora, Spotify, all of that stuff,
Yeah. You'd have to go
even
back to
YouTube,
CDs.
let's say YouTube too. YouTube's
Yeah.
the biggest. If there was no YouTube, you have to buy CDs now.
Yeah.
Or get lucky to catch your favorite song on the radio.
I remember that. I'm 60, remember? You
I-
sit and listen to the radio, wait for the song to come on.
I hated when that one song kept on, don't go chasing waterfall. That shit on replay was driving me crazy as a child. But like this isn't something that, like I'm saying, this isn't something that that could die and then stay dead. We could fix that. And
yeah, but you never get rid of...
absolutely. YouTube's there forever,
Yeah,
and Pandora and all that's there forever.
Yeah. I mean, shit dies. I mean...
I buy CDs from bands. There's bands that I love that I will absolutely buy CDs, and I buy a shit. Most of my clothes, 95% of my clothes, is just band shirts.
Yeah, right.
You know, I always try to support and stuff like that. But where was I gonna go with that?
Maybe you need another hit from the bong.
I know, I might have some. Gotta recharge.
Recharge.
But yeah, no. But yeah. If it is dying now, the CDs and vinyls and stuff. I mean, your cars don't got CD players no more.
Yeah.
How you gonna listen to it?
You know, me and my son were talking the other day and about like AI and stuff, and he said he hates AI. It's gonna fucking it's gonna ruin art and writing and shit, because now you could just plug into AI and they'll do it for you. But AI sucks. AI can't write, man. Because I actually prompted AI to do some shit, and I even said, I go, this fucking sucks. I typed in, I go, that fucking sucks. You know what I mean? And I told him, I go, know what it's gonna bring back? It might ruin digital artists that are creating shit in like Photoshop or
But it might
programs,
inspire people to go to a new level.
What it's going to do, what AI can't do, is oil paint. I told him it's probably, if AI gets big like that and you're using AI to create digital art, what AI can't do, it can't watercolor, it can't fucking oil paint. You know what I mean? All the traditional arts are going to come back. Photography, you know what I mean?
So a lot of Japanese
Film
style?
photography, fucking... What's that?
Do you think a lot of Japanese style will really pop more then?
Japanese, well, like the ink paintings and shit.
Like that, and like koi fish style stuff like that.
Yep. Because, you know, what are you going to print out a digital picture and hang it on your wall? It's like people are going to want oil paintings now. You know.
Look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
That's from a tattoo artist.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So when you write a song, where do your like lyrics come from? Like you just think of a song, like a story in your head, or is it actual based on reality, like life, something that happened to you, or
honestly, it could be anything. You know, I have like full songs, plenty of songs written in like a book and stuff like that, just waiting. Like I'm working on a song right now, and I wrote lyrics for it instead of like a bunch of the full songs I already had,
right?
Because I didn't feel like none of them fit it. But like for me to determine, I'll sit there off rip without having any thoughts yet and just listen to the instrumental like 10 times in a row, straight through. And I really, really get into it. And when I start writing songs, it usually starts off at whatever part of the song like really caught me. Like whether it was a really heavy part or something. Right. And then
it's like you listen to another song to give you a little inspiration.
Yeah, yeah. And I'll base the whole song. The song will be started and based off of that one part. But I never really know what it's going to do. It's just how it hits me. But I've never seen these as my songs. All the songs that I have is just a story I had to tell.
Right.
You know? Some of them it's like exactly what happened to me in life. And then some, it is what happened to me in life. But I'm telling it through a perspective of a different person.
Right.
And now it's their life. It's my life and this is my situation.
Yeah, yeah.
But I made it into this person.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I do writing too, and I know exactly what you're saying. It's like there's a character in there. Basically, some characters are based on... For example, I wrote a story. Is like each person in the story is based on someone I know. You know what I mean? And then there's a character that could be based on like all my kids are rolled into that one character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
it's your family in one character.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, no, see, it's really awesome that you can understand and exactly see what it's like. So like, you know, some song I only have 2 songs physically out. But like the first one I dropped, it's a story of betrayal.
Right.
It starts off as a story of betrayal, and toward the end, I give a small piece of...
That's the one, didn't you put that one into a fucking contest or some shit, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
for the Carter Vox competition.
Yeah.
That one's called Skinwalker. And, but like, it starts off as a story of betrayal, and then about at the halfway point from that betrayal, it's now like me explaining things that I went through, and how like, no matter what you're saying to me, and you people just treat me bad, I'm gonna overcome it.
Right.
So like, that was what that story is about, and then other things are bad memories, like scary things and stuff like that. It really depends on how the song hits you. Like the song I'm working on right now, I named it A King's Wake, and like when I first heard the instrumental, he has this synth noise in there, and it's like really sick. And when I first heard it, like my head told me instantly, I was like, okay, first off, this isn't a present day song. This is some medieval
shit, huh?
medieval type of song. I'm like, that's what it's got to be based off of.
Right.
I know that already. Sometimes I could figure that out instantly, and then sometimes I got to start building the song to see where I'm going with it.
Yeah.
But this one I knew instantly.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's basically about there was a king, and he was fighting a war, and he wasn't doing too good, and he brought a great dead warrior back to life to help him. And then the warrior got pissed that he was being used, and he ends up killing the king and taking his throne.
Oh, shit.
So that's basically the halfway point, and then the rest...
Sounds like a good movie, man.
That's what that's what I try to do, and then the rest of the song is basically his reign. And what I did very specifically for the song is I left gaps in the story.
Right.
And if you read the lyrics with these gaps, it doesn't make sense, because it's just gapped out.
Right.
But the real point of it was I wanted people to take my song and make their own story.
Oh, I gotcha.
So at the end of the song, the guy dies, right?
Yeah.
So no matter who listens to this song, all of our stories end the same. The guy dies.
Right.
But I don't tell you how.
Yeah. Well, that's like...
He could die different in my story than you get to make yours.
How,
so I left these gappings so you could make my story into yours.
It's like way back, the epic, like Beowulf, and kind of thing like that. It's like, it always was from the beginning up to the death.
Yeah.
Because it was an epic that involved the entire, took the entire life, you know?
Yeah. So I wanted to really... I thought it was a good way to involve people to a new level into music, you know?
Right.
You know, listening to a song, you're already invested. But now if you're listening to a song and you're making your own story out of my song.
Yeah, now
you
want
to... And not only that, you could listen to the song 10 times over and change your story up 10 times and make 10 different stories.
That sounds cool.
You know, I really sit there and think about this stuff.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes it takes me a couple months, maybe a month and a half, to write the song. Because I got to make sure everything is telling a story and it really flows nicely.
Right.
I got to be proud of myself.
I mean, you got a lot of songs, right? Like written.
Written, yes. And I only have 2 out right now.
Oh.
But third's on the way.
Yeah, cool.
Third is on the way.
Who's going to do the music? You're going to sing, right? For that one?
Yeah. Okay. It's basically done recorded. I gotta redo the second chorus on the song because I wasn't proud of it.
So what, do you get your friends to play the music, or you?
So yeah, I have every song that I've done so far, whether it's the 2 I'm done or I'm working on, all the instrumentals have been provided to me.
Oh, that's cool.
All different people, and what I love about that is they're all different styles.
Right.
So it really shows you I can control my range and I have an adaptability, you know, to you just throw something at me and I sit there and fuck around with it and work with it and try to make something cool out of it.
I gotta hear that. I want to hear it now. I want to read it.
I was gonna see.
Yeah, you gotta email me a fucking copy or some shit.
I will definitely. I got the lyrics. I definitely got them.
Yeah. No, you know what? I'll wait for it to come out. I don't want.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really good. I'm
it's
very
like
excited.
Sometimes you see a movie and it's based on a book and you start reading the book. It's like the fuck, man? You know, it's
I
kind
heard-
of, or you read the book first, and you watch the movie, kind of ruins shit for you.
I
you
heard.
know?
I'm only naming this because I don't read books, but one I heard very specifically, Stephen King's It.
Right.
Apparently, like, well, first off, I had never read the book. I've seen the
never read it
movies.
either.
I've seen the movie hundreds of
I
times.
saw the old one with what's his name?
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
Tim
That's
Curry.
the one I have tattooed on me.
Oh, yeah.
But him, what the heck was it?
Stephen King's It.
Oh yeah. But the book apparently was. I thought the movie was absolutely.
Oh, the new
amazing.
one. I sort of
I thought the new one had way too much CGI.
early. I saw that. I don't remember it though. I wasn't really.
But
paying
everybody
attention.
said the book was a lot better.
Yeah.
Like or the book was amazing.
They say that newer one was the clown looks sick.
He
but,
does, but like it's CGI.
They say it was closer to the story. Like with the girl, actually, they showed they
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of
because
PG rated it for Tim Curry, but this one was like it went into the detail about.
Then
the
then
girl.
in the book apparently they like all end up
Yeah. Yeah, and they kind of. I think they. I don't remember that in the movie, but I think they. I implied
that
it in the
shit's
movie.
crazy.
Yeah.
I've only read the only book, and I read maybe like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
I used to like Goosebumps.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Goosebumps. I love Goosebumps.
The only Stephen King book I read was On Writing. I never read and Four Seasons. Because Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank.
Yeah, I only read that one story out of that book. It wasn't called. It was called something else. And then his book On Writing was really good. Other than that, I never read Stephen King. I never wanted to.
I can say though, even though I don't read books, I can say I have watched almost every one of his movies.
Oh yeah, I saw plenty of movies.
Silver Bullet and all of those stuff like that.
So what would you do if Deathcore disappeared tomorrow? What would you be doing right now?
It's over.
It's over.
It's over, bro.
You have no other plans. That's it.
Nah. To be honest, I love music.
Yeah.
After the car accident, I was limited to life a lot. But thankfully I was able to keep my voice and stuff. So this is my only way to get everything out and stuff like that. I don't think I can handle music disappearing like that.
Yeah.
There's a couple of artists in different genres you wish you didn't have to ever hear again, but
Yeah.
Nah, it'd be devastating. The community would shatter, and it'd be terrible because it's a type of music that I believe keep people calm, even though it's
really keeps you calm. It's like
even though it's
music, but
extreme
it's very,
music, it is very, very calming.
Really.
Maybe that's just how I feel,
Right.
and maybe other people think different, but I feel like Deathcore's got one of the biggest families. We care. We're assholes, but we care about each other, Hey. You'll get punched in the face at the show and somebody will break your jaw, but he'll pick you up afterwards,
Pick you up and bring you to the hospital.
You need a water, bro?
Well, yeah, no, it is definitely a small, very tight-knit group, you know what I mean?
It's getting big, man.
Yeah.
It is getting big. It's gonna... Like I said before, I think it's probably the most popular types of music right now, I mean, it's hard because, the numbers started off small, always if you compared it to rap.
Right.
To the amount of people that listen to these musics, but...
Well, everyone listens to rap now and shit.
Yeah. I don't like any of the new stuff.
Yeah.
I'm all old stuff, Wu-Tang like that.
Right.
Wu-Tang's... They were just different when you sit there and, he would, in their songs... Oh, man, I forgot the name of the song off rip, but he had a verse where he's just saying, really crazy stuff, but what he was talking about is this stuff going on in the universe. He was describing how a Big Bang happened or something, but the terminology and stuff like that was just
that's cool.
yeah, it's
Never
something that you
listened to
could
them.
really appreciate.
Woo!
Woo!
I think we topped out on that woo there. The light started blinking.
Oh, your thing has. Oh, that's
Yeah, if you get
cool.
too loud, the light blinks. It tells you it's good. I forgot what it's called, but it
Yeah,
it
I have
gets
that
too
when I
high, yeah.
record and stuff too. It
Yeah.
clips. It's called clipping.
Clipping, yeah, that's it. Clipping,
Yeah.
But
That's one of the it's like one of the dangers when it comes to recording
it's
music.
clipping.
The clipping, bro.
It fuzzes everything out, right?
Because sometimes, well, a lot of the time, the entire song, perfect.
Right.
You're good. And sometimes it'll be one single word that makes the whole song clip.
Right. Oh man, you serious?
Yeah, if one word hits the red,
Right.
that red technically counts for the entire song, even though it's only for that.
What audio program do you use?
Studio One.
Studio One. You ever use Audacity?
That was a long time ago. I
Really?
used to use Audacity, yeah, and it was cool and stuff. But when I started learning how to record and stuff, I have the exact same setup as my best friend
Right.
because when I was at his house and he was showing me how he records and teaching me things,
Right.
he's teaching me on his setup.
Right.
So if I got something else, I wouldn't know
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So
you
I
gotta learn on
copied
what
it-
you're being taught on. Definitely.
exactly what he had.
Yeah.
So whenever I had questions, if I call him, he answers, and
That's
we'll
cool.
FaceTime, and I'll be like, "Yo, I don't know how to do this or this part," and he'll show me right then on that. He opens up his stuff, but Studio One, it's a paid program.
Yeah.
I think it was like $100.
Yeah. I just bought a program, but I use Audacity. It's like, why did I buy this fucking thing and I use Audacity? It was
What did you
free.
buy?
I forgot what it was even called, man.
It wasn't Reaper or anything like that.
No.
That's for guitars.
Nah, I forgot what it was called. I don't remember. Might be Studio One.
I think it's Studio Pro,
I don't know.
Pro Studio or something like that.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Studio One though, I mean it's for music and stuff, but it's got
Yeah.
everything you need.
Yeah.
and it's fairly simple layout wise.
Right.
You know,
It's pretty
obviously.
straightforward. Right?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things that you gotta learn, but if you're doing it for podcasts, the things I would do for my music, you wouldn't have to do.
Right.
You
right.
know.
Yeah.
You could just click the button and lower the volume, the master volume.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just
There's
do that.
There's a book. A lady wrote this freaking manual on how to use it because the manual is you can't buy a printed manual for Audacity, but a woman wrote a book about how to use Audacity. And I
Wait,
bought that.
you can't do what?
You can't buy. They have the manuals only PDF. You know what I mean? You can't you have to print it out if you want a hard copy.
You gotta go to the library
Fucking
for
hate
that.
that shit. Yeah, no, I just bought one off of Amazon. Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's crazy.
Crazy, fucking crazy.
This world.
So just hit me with some shit, man.
When are you getting tattooed again?
Oh,
You
I'm not
need a
lucky. I
new
just turned
piece.
60, man.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta at
I'm
least
too old. Too
get
old to
one
tattooed.
tattoo for your 60.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Don't gotta be something.
I used to
big.
tattoo an 80-year-old woman. 80 years old. She used to get skulls. Every tattoo she had was a skull and crossbones. She loves, yeah. And
Really?
she used to fall asleep when I tattooed her. And I woke her up when I'm tattooing her. I woke her up. I'm like, she goes, what? I go, oh, you fell asleep. She goes, oh, so let me sleep. I go, I thought you were dead. And she goes, no, it's not my time yet. Don't worry. So, and then I'm going, this was 30 years ago. So
Really?
I'm sure she's dead now. 'Cause she was almost 80 or probably 80 at that time. She was gorgeous.
Really?
She didn't look at, she's come with her daughter who was in the 40s maybe, whatever it was, and or 50s even. Cause she was 80. The daughter had to be older than that, but she was hotter than the daughter.
Get out of
And
here.
at 80, she was beautiful. She was a beautiful woman, man. I couldn't believe it.
I remember.
And she told me she was 80, and I was like, you gotta be kidding
Get
me.
out of here.
Yeah.
Well, I don't need your ID.
Maybe she was just fucking with me too. She might not even been 80. But
She might still be alive then.
maybe, yeah. But yeah, I told that guy I was fucking 80 years old. He believed me.
I remember when Joel was tattooing the Freddy on my leg.
Yeah.
I remember when I got to the shop, he was like, "Yo, I got a present for you, bro." He was like, "Here you go," and he throws me a punch bar. You know what a punch bar is?
No.
It's like wheat chocolate.
Oh, okay.
It's a small square.
But
and
it's like
250 milligrams.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't smoke weed, but I know that's a lot. I used to smoke all the time. Not anymore.
I'm not a professional, but I know that'll fuck
I
me
know that's a
up. And I was like, nah, I'm good. And I ate the whole thing.
Really?
And then while he was tattooing me, I ended up falling asleep. And I don't know how long I fell asleep for, but I remember opening my eyes. And I feel myself getting tattooed still.
Right.
But I was also feeling like a tickling in my armpit. And I was just like, what the fuck is that feeling? And I looked over and Joel drew a vagina with a Sharpie
Oh, man.
while I was sleeping.
That's fucked up. I miss Joel.
Oh, man. I miss him, man.
Yeah, I did a podcast with Aaron, the last one, and we talked about Joel. Joel makes an appearance in all my podcasts so far.
He's the man.
The second one,
The fucking legend.
yeah.
The legend, man. Sucks, man. We talked every day.
Yeah.
Every day. Whether it was a 5-minute call, 30-second call, an hour call. Every day. Every day.
Yeah.
It's so hard, man. So hard. It just makes you lose faith when such a good person dies.
Yeah. Oh.
And then you got these, like, pedophiles and rapists living to 100.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you got someone so genuine who literally does the best stuff.
Yeah.
And he just goes early.
Yeah. Well, they do are in hell, so that's where these people live longer in hell, you know?
Yeah, I believe that, man. I believe that. I'm waiting for the aliens to come.
Yeah.
They're coming.
They're coming. They're already here.
They are. They are. We've had them since the 60s. Maybe the 30s.
Yeah, since fucking
Eisenhower.
World War II. What is that? Fucking Area 51, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, a lot of shit's coming out. Joe Rogan just did a podcast with I can't think of his name now. The old guy. Oh shit.
Oh.
I can't think of his name.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I watched that one.
And
he was talking about all the secrets
all the
in
shit,
the spaceships.
Man.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, first off, he had a straight face the whole time.
Oh no, that guy's not full of shit, man.
And that's crazy because, like, it's crazy. We all have a baseline feeling, this shit. Like, I mean, like, how hard is it to think that we're on a fucking rock in the middle of nothingness?
Yeah.
And we're living life just normal. And I'm over here thinking, holy shit, I'm fucking flying through the middle of space.
Yeah, it's fucking scary when you think about it. And we're traveling fast too, man. We're going pretty fucking fast.
That's so. Maybe I'm just thinking about the wrong things.
Yeah. You should write a song about it.
Yeah. Lost in space.
Yeah.
Call it, or name it Big Bang.
Big Bang, there you go.
Oh, man.
Did you ever see a UFO?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Where?
Actually, a few of them.
I saw a drone the other day. The other night, driving home from work. But okay, let's hear about your UFO.
All right, one was 2 blocks down. It was at the middle school or whatever it was, and I was chilling in a parking lot, and I saw a light kind of just, like, doing weird movements. That one was minor. That's all there was to it. One was we were at the bar at Shakers for a show, and a bunch of us are sitting in the
Where are Shakers?
10 minutes.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right in Oakdale, and that's the spot. That's the local spot right there. And there's a bunch of us sitting in the back of the building, just hanging out, chilling, smoking. And
this was a mass. Everyone saw it then.
There was a few of us that saw it.
Yeah.
And we look in the sky, and there's this bright light, really bright, stands out. And it did some shit from Star Wars. You know when they go into the time warp?
Yeah.
And the light, it goes from a light, and it stretches out.
Right.
I swear to God, we sit there, and this light sits there, and the shit stretches out, and from the back of it goes
like a rubber
slingshots.
band. Yeah, just snap right into it.
And I was the first one to say something.
Yeah.
I didn't even say anything to anyone. I was like, holy fuck. Did you... I was like, that's crazy. And then he's like, you saw that too? And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm not seeing
You're
shit.
not hallucinating shit.
But the craziest one, the one that's like the most mind-blowing was... I was on my stairs on the front of my house, and it was 3 of us, 2 other friends from back in the day. Me and one of them are facing one way toward the street. The other one's like looking at us toward like the front door. And I look up, and like above the tree line, this fireball appears.
Yeah.
And yeah, a fireball.
Looked like a fireball?
It looked like it was a fireball. And it's falling out of the sky. And it's coming down. And as
So what, you think it's like a meteor or something?
That's what I thought. Because right when it
Till
got...
it made a turn, right?
When it got to the... like, right under... Like, above the tree line,
right.
I started ducking. Because
Really?
I was ready.
Fuck.
But once it hit the tree line from the bottom up, it evaporated. It started evaporating into this blue-green dust.
Oh, man.
Blue-green dust just, like, spread out. And that's one of the craziest...
How
UFO.
fast was it coming?
It was coming down fast.
Yeah.
It wasn't like... It didn't look like it was, like, this... Like, a side angle. It was...
Like straight down?
Nose diving.
Really?
And right when it got to the tree line, like I said, from the bottom up, it evaporated.
Yeah, meteors usually fall at an angle.
That's what I...
They don't come
yeah.
straight. You know, I guess they could
And
come straight down. But
the other person that was looking that way with me saw that too. But yeah, no, once it evaporated into blue-green dust...
yeah, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
That's
I've seen
crazy.
some weird shit, bro.
Yeah.
I definitely believe there are things to hear.
Yeah, there's some weird shit going on.
I'm waiting for... I mean, you hear about that whole, like, ice wall theory?
Ice wall?
The ice wall?
Oh, with the flat earth shit and the ice wall?
Where the... Was it? It's in Antarctica. And, like... It's just supposedly a giant... At some point...
Yeah, that's that flat earth shit. They're
yeah.
fucking crazy.
And then on the other side of it, there's like
Yeah,
a whole
that's
civilization we
insane.
don't know about.
Yeah, no, there's no such thing. It's round.
You-
It's fucking
Are
round.
you not
man.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I know.
I don't trust that. I mean, I would have jumped off. Oh, man. But yeah, nah. Who knows? Who knows? I'm waiting for Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. I tattooed a guy that said he hunts Bigfoot on Long Island.
Really?
He's just fucking weird, man. There's no Bigfoot on Long Island. But it's like,
yeah,
that's cool.
If
said he has a
anything, he's going to
YouTube
be
channel.
in PA.
Yeah, he's got a YouTube channel and everything. But,
He'll be in PA before that, bro. Where my homie lives in PA, they're in, like, the mountains.
yeah.
And that... Well, I mean, the air is amazing up there. But, like, when you see that much forest at that size...
Oh, yeah.
You're like, there's something in there.
There's probably
I know there's
places
a bear
that no
in
one's
there.
ever stepped foot, you know,
Absolutely.
in like 200 years. You know?
Absolutely. Could be fucking crazy artifacts just
Yeah.
sitting there. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
That's why, like, I heard they did some study and they tried to calculate, like, how much gold is on the planet right now.
Right.
But how do you calculate that shit from
Yeah, you don't know.
back then, you know? Motherfucker could have found all the gold in the world back then and hid it, and now we thought whatever here is now is all there ever was.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. And thank you for doing this with me.
Oh, no, man, this is awesome. Oh, I always wanted to do a podcast, and it's
Yeah.
always cool to
Oh,
just
sorry
sit
that
down
mine
and
was
talk.
your first one.
No, this is awesome. I would love to
Yeah.
do. You ever need? I'm always down.
Cool, man.
Always.
Yeah. No, we talk about like ghost hunting and shit next. I know you used to do that.
I would love
Yeah.
to do episode like that. That'd be awesome.
Cool.
Absolutely.
All right,
So how many
man.
episodes are you in?
This is the second one.
Second one?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm new at
man.
this.
Gotta get the videos, bro.
Yeah.
And once you get the
Maybe
videos
one day.
popping.
But yeah. Cool, man.
This is awesome.
Thank you, brother.
No, I thank you, bro. This is cool. I like this a lot. This is so fun.
Oh, this chair's broken.
Oh, sorry. Should have told you that one.
I think you did, but I just didn't pay attention. I remember you saying something like that.
The chair's good, just not when you lean all the way back. My fat ass broke it.
Yeah, they break.
Oh, man.
So what else you got going on today?
Oh, man. Probably later hit the gym. I just ordered...
What is it?
I bought a tub that's this big. And it's fucking 3 pounds of whey protein.
Oh.
And this is me.
You never took whey protein?
No.
Oh, no, it's good shit, man.
Yeah, so I'm going to finally start. And I go like...
Yeah, they come in the huge containers.
Yeah, the big thing. Mine's a 3-pounder.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get into it. All I ever do normally is just take pre-workout.
Yeah.
That's just because with my leg injury, I get tired so quick. Trying to use all
drink
that
a lot of that
energy.
shit years ago when I was lifting weights. I used to drink
I do like a scoop. I moved on to a little more than a scoop because I started getting used to it.
Yeah,
But,
you don't follow the directions though.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you might want more, but too much protein can really hurt you, from what I understand.
Well, no. This isn't protein. The one I'm talking about is pre-workout. That's just straight caffeine.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just for me to get through the workout. But
Right.
I want to see how the whey affects me. You know, maybe it'll bring me more into a shape where I'll have some more natural energy and I could go back to just a regular scoop.
I used to get the original. Ever hear of Ultimate Orange? They used to sell that way back. I forgot the guy's name.
Like late 90s.
Bodybuilder.
Late 90s?
That's probably when it was. They made it illegal because it had fen-phen in it, and they banned fen-phen.
What's
It's like a. You drink this shit and it fucking...
fentanyl?
No.
When you
it's
say
like caffeine.
fen-phen.
They call it fen-phen. I think that's what it's
Okay.
called. But yeah, what I used to do when I used to work out, because I was taking steroids too. But
Word?
yeah, but I used to
Let's
put
go,
on.
E.
I had a belt that you put around your waist, and I'd put like
the 2-pronger ones.
yeah, and I'd put like a 25-pound plate on it, and then I'd do
fucking
the
pull-ups?
pull-ups.
Damn, son.
And then I would have to take the Ultimate Orange before. I'm like, all right, cool, I got to do pull-ups today. I would take the Ultimate Orange, and then fucking do that shit.
That's-
you know? But I had to have the Ultimate
What were you
Orange.
running, a 45 on it?
25-pound plate. Yeah. I used to forward raise like 40-pound dumbbells. That's how I pulled my rotator cuff.
I'm doing the I forgot the name of it off for it just now. Where you like lean over and you take the dumbbell and you bring it back.
Yeah. Bent over rows.
Yes.
Those are good, man.
I'm running those
Those.
with a 75-pound dumbbell.
Cool. You gotta be careful, though, man, because your muscle can grow quicker than your ligaments.
Yeah.
Especially, well, you're not doing juice, so you don't have to worry about that, really.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and your muscle can handle it, but your ligaments can't. So you really got to be careful.
Absolutely.
And you don't want to pull it. Your arm's never the same. I had rotator cuff surgery twice, man.
I've dislocated this shoulder like 12, 13 times.
Yeah.
Which sucks because once you dislocate once, you are
That's it.
guaranteed you're going to dislocate it again at some point. And then it just continues from there. But it doesn't hurt like that or anything like that. It doesn't give me weird pain. It just, sometimes I just can't really hold that much on it. Yeah. And by that much, I mean less than a lot that I do.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing like 200-pound shoulder shrugs.
Damn, really?
Yeah. I love shoulder shrugs.
Really?
Those are my fave. Just straight, just bar, arms locked, and
Right.
200.
You do it with the dumbbells or you do it with the straight bar?
The bar.
The bar?
The bench bar.
Okay.
Yeah. Because right after that, I go right into benching. I just start. I've been smashing chest.
Yeah.
Trying to get chest like craved out. That's why I grabbed that protein. Because it says it's good for the muscle regrowth and stuff like that. And then I figured, that one's chocolate favorite. I'll throw strawberries, chocolate covered strawberries.
Yeah.
It sounded good in my head.
Yeah,
I hope it works out that way. I'll tell you what, though, I opened that protein and I had to smell. I went to smell it.
Yeah.
And you ever drive by a zoo
No, man. A petting zoo, maybe, but what? It smells like fucking horse shit or something.
A petting zoo is the perfect thing you could have said. You know how they have that petting zoo has that specific smell,
like fucking like cow shit. Or
that's what it smelled like, and I was just like, I hope it don't taste how it smells.
No, it's actually good. What are you gonna mix with milk or water?
Milk. Yeah, I'm gonna do milk with some strawberries. You know what else? I also have like 2-pound bags of granola.
Oh yeah, granola.
And in the granola, it has dehydrated strawberries in there and little pieces of dark chocolate.
Oh yeah.
But maybe I'll throw that in there. It'll give it a little more consistency. Get a couple extra things out of that.
Right.
Because I have to do 2 scoops. 1 scoop is 60 grams of protein, and
so you too.
Your body needs it's 1 gram of protein for every pound. So
1 gram for a pound.
Pound? So I'm 230 pounds.
Right.
So I need 230 grams of protein every day.
Oh, okay.
But I can't. You also can't like fully. You can't. I can't take. Was it 6, 12, 18, 24? Like I can't just do 4 scoops of protein and just have that be the protein because it's not a substitute.
Right.
So I'm gonna do the 2 scoops.
Yeah, and then just get your protein from the food for the rest of it.
Yeah. So I'm 120.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to do too much protein.
Yeah, no, I don't want to shit myself all day. You know, that's not cool. That's one of my biggest fears at the gym.
Fucking
shitting yourself mid-lift. Because it's almost happened once. And I was like, time to go home.
Yeah. It almost happened to me today in Walmart. Like, I don't know if I'm going to I made it home, though.
Oh, man. It's like, fuck, I need to get a chastity belt.
Yeah. Your fucking ass plug. But, all right, I'm going to pack this shit away.
All right.
I was recording that whole thing, too, just now.
That one recorded?